My proudest accomplishment are my daughters. They're amazing, smart, intelligent, crazy, stubborn, beautiful, and funny. I'm so honored to be their mom. I don't know how I got so lucky. Professionally, I think my proudest accomplishment is the work that I've done with the Stem Cell Network over the last 10 years. We've built a really strong organization, and we're making a difference. In 2017, I pushed the federal government to let us support clinical trials. And now, more recently, I've once again convinced the decision makers to let us fund directly into Canada's emerging regenerative medicine companies. This is absolutely critical if we're going to de-risk them and build a thriving sector.
Proudest accomplishment, hands down, Amacathera. And it's actually some of these business meetings I go to, there's people that have been at these top pharma companies, they've had this career, they've been at multiple top pharma companies. They're like, oh, I was at this company for 10 years, this for 10 years. And for me, I've been at Amacathera all my life. Came to Molly's lab in 2008 as a postdoc working on this technology. Formally incorporated the company in 2016 and have been building the company since then. So this is my proudest accomplishment, and this is going to be the 10-year anniversary of Amacathera this year.
My proudest accomplishment would have to be my children and family and the life that my husband and I have built with them. Seeing them grow to be the adults that they are, despite the fact that, being a busy working mom, you're not always there for them, and to see them flourish and take that as a positive inspiration for their success and knowing that they are proud of you is just amazing.
I started operating as a tech transfer officer about 30 years ago. I was a bench scientist for a number of years, but then for a number of reasons, I decided to switch to tech transfer, first in Israel and then in Toronto. But I felt that we have to establish a new paradigm for the business, one that allows us to be much more proactive. And so rather than doing it the classical way, I developed a new approach, which is a very proactive approach. Essentially, every time that we identify a promising technology, after patent protection, we will try and create a company around it, raise capital for it, and recruit management for it. And it was encountered with some resistance at the beginning by international communities. In the last 10 years, it actually became the norm. So I'm very proud of it.
Without question, my two kids. They are the people that fuel everything that I do in my life, and they are what I do this work for. And so without them, I wouldn't be here today, or I wouldn't be necessarily doing the work that I do today.
From a Seaford perspective, I've had many, so it's hard to pick just one particular accomplishment. But I would absolutely say when we launch a product, especially one that we have formulated from inception all the way through. And this is something that is a multi-year process that is fraught with many challenges along the way. Just this January, we launched a product that we've been working on for about 7 years. And having the pride of actually seeing something that went from just an idea all the way through to something that's in a physician's office or on the pharmacy shelf is an incredible feeling.
Well, personally, it's being the father of 3 wonderful kids. There's nothing more important in life than family. And there's just a certain joy that you have to see your kids do well. In politics, I always tell people the thing I'm proudest of is the sky is blue. When I got involved in politics, the sky was yellow. Even in Stratford, Ontario, in the middle of rural Ontario, we were having smog days. And that was a choice we were making as a society, to have the cheapest form of electricity, which happened to be the most polluting, and was the #1 reason that children were being admitted to our emergency departments with asthma because of poor air quality. And so I was driven, someone like myself who has asthma, I was driven by the fact that we just needed to change course. And that's a legacy that I don't think any government's going to get elected by saying, hey, let's make the sky yellow, right? It is to keep it blue. I'm very, very proud that I got involved and was part of a government that could make that happen.